already have some sort of rivalry thing in qualifying. Everyone is kind of just on an out lap right now, or just invalidated their current lap. Just Maxi is on an actual lap right now, though, in the Cadillac. A super tight line into that double right-hander in Sector 2. That almost looked like track limits to me. But they were so far into the grass, you might as well just consider it track limits, even if it isn't considered that by the game. Their S section is much more clean than Pocanaldo. I'm not sure if it's enough for a purple Sector 2. Yeah, he misses out on the purple Sector 2 by 3/10, but you can at least get within half a second of Pocanaldo and Pedro if his Sector 3 is just good enough.
Bro, this
Which, by the looks of it, their Sector 3s don't seem too difficult to beat. I mean, I saw that huge oversteer from Falco.
yes, I can
Oh,
stream.
well,
It's already
everyone's
up.
at a 21.7 right now. Oh, Dungeon, though, is on a super fast lap. 1/10 faster in Sector 1 and a 10th faster in Sector 2. This is no doubt a sub 16. He just barely gets it. All three of his sectors were purple. So you can already guess who's going to be fighting for the win today. Poco's on his next lap trying to make up for his Sector 3. I originally thought a 21.7 was a bad sector, but I guess it isn't because Dungeon barely did any better. It was a 21.692, so he was just about 200 to 300 faster. That was super risky from Poco right at the right-hander you start with in Sector 3. Almost lost control, but that's what you have to do if you want to get pole position here. You always have to be on the limit. And
Bro,
Poco does have a yellow sector too, and that's going to hurt his chances. But his sector 3 was so good that it doesn't even matter. He takes pole position by 200ths anyway.
look at Dungeon.
But yeah,
Excuse me.
Dungeon's on another run. Yeah, that's what it looks like.
So wait, can
Only
I?
11 people for qualifying. That also surprises me.
Yeah, usually there's more people.
Prism just invalidated his lap, I think.
Damn. Wait, can I give you a fun fact about Mexico?
Go ahead.
So the fun fact about Mexico is that the world's largest pyramid by volume is in there, and it has over 35 UNESCO World Heritage Sites.
Wow. I didn't know that.
And it's the largest Spanish speaking population globally, even more than Spain.
Okay, that part doesn't really surprise me too much. But look at Dungeon. He's on two yellow sectors right now. But you have to remember he had a weak sector 3. So if he
Yeah.
just keeps this clean enough, he can still take pole position from Poco.
Ooh.
And Happy does a 25.2 sector 1. There's no way that's real.
I mean, his timing board is
That can,
pretty good. His times are pretty good.
he just beats sector 1 in 8/10. And sector 1 is
Oh.
literally just all about how much battery you use.
Bro, it doesn't let me get cams on certain
So
people.
that part is super tricky to understand. Oh, you know what? I remember
Oh,
in the
wow.
Post Your Times channel on the PA server yesterday or so, they were talking about this trick you can use in qualifying to just get super fast sector 1 and sector 2 times. Something with
Uh-huh.
the overtake mode.
Interesting.
But
Well, we'll see if any of these guys will put it to use.
yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think anyone's gonna replicate a 25.2 sector 1 though. That I don't know if that's gonna be looked into by
Yeah.
stewards or not because that's just crazy.
Yeah.
Think that's what over half a second faster than the world record sector 1.
Yeah, look at the Pedro. Look at the Mercedes of Pedro. He's kind of flowing through these turns.
Oh, that looked like Shaq Thomas though. Did you see how far inside he went at the second part of that double right-hander?
Yeah, but he's
That looked like an invalidation for a minute.
yeah, but he's
But
flying.
we'll just have to wait until he finishes the second sector, and that was definitely an invalidation in that S section too.
Ooh,
Yeah, right as I say that, it was invalidated and his lap is over. Dungeon just goes on to a new lap. They have a sub 26 sector one, which technically is the best they've seen so far. Oh, and they go really wide and
oh,
they flip it. They flip it in the S section.
yo,
That is probably a sneak peek of all the flips we're going to see today in the S section because you know how rough it is on worn tires just trying to hang it around in that corner while
yeah,
having all four wheels on the ground. And as I'm talking, Happy sets pole position by 1/10.
damn,
They they were 4/10 slower than the purple sector 2, and they were 4/10 slower than the sector 3, but just because they were 7/10 faster than the original purple sector 1, that's all it took for them to get a 15.7.
yeah. It seems like Poco will try again now to get a faster lap. So let's tune in on.
It almost it almost looks like they're abusing a bug in the game. I don't know if it's true.
Yeah, I don't know. Have you ever been to Mexico City?
Nah,
No.
no, I haven't.
Oh, I haven't either. But well,
All right then.
we're in Mexico now because like we're
Yeah,
broadcasting there.
yeah. Now we're in Mexico City.
Yeah, this is my first time in Mexico City.
If this counts, and I've been in Mexico City 6 times.
Damn.
Oh, Poco just
Yeah,
heads
he
into the
doesn't want
pit
to go
lane
there.
in sector 3. I guess he just abandoned that lap because look, back-to-back yellow sectors. It was just not a lap fit for improvement.
Nah, he might just be changing his tires or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah, he's probably doing that too. We only
Hey,
have 3 minutes left of qualifying though, and for the first time in PARE or PARE, however you want to call it,
Pear.
Happy's on pole position.
Yeah.
Even better, he took pole position against Pedro, Poco, and Dungeon, which is basically the only people I can see on pole position anywhere.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of drivers here for the Gran Premio de Mexico.
A little bit depressing, but
Yeah,
you know, Dungeon with a purple sector too, though, and a 26 flat and 28 flat.
Mystery
As
GP
long as
is a little
sector 3 is
better.
enough, they can still take pole position, but they abandoned their lap. Must have been an error in sector 3, but it was on track to beat the pole time set by Happy.
Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, but I'm seeing a lot of yellows coming into the sector one. Wow, Dungeons had a
Yeah,
horrible
people
time.
stopped improving in sector 1, or they're just trying to be smarter with their ERS usage because they don't want to overdo it too much in one sector. And it's so easy to do that when one sector is literally just two straight lines and one
Yeah.
chicane.
Well, Poco set a good time for sector one. Let's see what he sets for sector two.
Yeah, Poco has a great sector 1, but do they have enough ERS remaining for a good sector 2 and sector 3? They the S section is near perfect, but it looks like an invalidation right at the end there. It's not. They're 3/10 behind on the purple sector 2, though. It's all about what they do in sector 3. He already risked so much right in the first right-hander. Almost flipped his car trying to make a good lap time. And same with the final corner. But I think he's going into the pit lane, and
Yeah, he's just going into the
that's
pits.
his last attempt gone.
Yeah, I think he's just gonna take it.
Maybe demotivated by sector 2.
Yeah,
But I really think that was going to be a purple sector 3 if he just
yeah.
kept it there.
Well, looking at Dungeon now.
We've only been focused on the top five, basically. Actually, we didn't even see the lap that cracked the set. I
Yeah,
think Dungeon made a little, he made an oopsie and oh no, he didn't. He may have two yellow sectors, but they're basically neck and neck with the purple sectors that he set. He's trying to use the sausage curve to get as much rotation as possible, but I
yeah.
think it's backfiring on him a little bit. This may be enough to take pole away for a last ditch effort. How much is he going to take it by, though? He only takes it by
Oh,
300ths of a second.
wow.
Happy is in shambles because there's not enough time for him to go on another lap.
Yeah, he's ready to race. He's in the
He's already,
he's in the first place spot, but he has to go to the second now.
it's all, it's awkward because he put his car on pole, but
All
and
right,
nah,
look at
Dungeon just
Poco.
took it from him.
He's actually trying. His teammate of the Ferrari is next to him in the grass. All right, almost flipped.
No, apparently Dungeon is racing for Audi in Mexico.
Yeah, I saw a scheme. I thought it was Haas for a second, but then I like corrected myself. Now I know it's Audi. Damn,
Super
Poco.
close qualifying today, but that's
Yeah.
typical on a track like this.
All right. Into the final turns. This will be a 27 lap race, and Poco just
So
completely fucked it up.
so far, the signing with Dungeon, racing for Audi as a one-off in Mexico, probably one of the most important signings during the constructor championship title fight
Yeah.
because Dungeon is racing for his rival.
Yeah, but I mean, my favorite part of this whole track is the turns that are like surrounded by grandstands. I think it's cool.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, well, time to get assembled on the grid. The Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez is one of the largest on the schedule. It is large.
Also has uh probably three overtake button areas and one of the longest straight lines on the whole calendar.
Yeah,
Definitely definitely the most notorious for problems with the curbs, especially if you go into sector 2.
yeah. So I would say it's definitely a fan favorite.
The S section in Mexico is close to claiming as much lives as Stowe and Silverstone.
Yeah. All right. Well, we got a great angle here. Getting ready for the restart. We'll see you back in a few minutes, guys.
27 laps, basically the same length as AWC. This is really just AWC this Sunday,
Here
but
we go.
under the name of PARE. 5 lights are out. Is anybody going to jump start? Oh, the Ferrari gets off too late. They have a super late reaction time. I'm pretty sure that was Pocanaldo in the Ferrari with the really late reaction time. But right off the line, we already have Dungeon in the lead originally, but now Happy in the Mercedes is already through with enough ERS usage. Definitely goes farther. They just cut the entire chicane, and now they're in the lead by a massive margin. How massive is that gap? By 6 tenths, and all of a sudden we have Crackdev in P2 with the Audi, and not a single Ferrari in sight, even though they're leading the Constructors' Championship. It's only Mercedes and Audi from here. It's no doubt that they're going to control this race. We have Happy in the lead by 6 tenths. They keep extending the track limits, though. They might even get a slowdown before the opening lap is even over. And I'm also confident that someone will fall victim to the sausage curbs here if it's not going to happen already with all of these cars in the way
Oh
of
my
each other.
god,
And we
somebody
already
flipped.
have a car flipped. It's just Maxi who's supplying the 255 Robux in that Cadillac. He drops all the way down to dead last, and that's already a race ruined, and we aren't even through the opening lap.
Look who took the lead. Pedro.
And look at that. Pedro 098T in the Mercedes. A Mercedes 1-2 right now. Not a Ferrari isn't even on the podium yet,
Yeah.
but we can give him grace because it's just the second lap, meaning the positions aren't really final. Just look at how close this grid is. Maxi literally flipped in sector 3, and he's just 6 seconds away from the leader. And it looks like Happy is stuck right at the end of the sector 2 chicane. His car is not moving, and the lights on the mirrors are flashing. We could already see some mechanical failure of some sort. And only now they're moving. Happy, who started P2, led the first part of the race, and all of a sudden they're dead last with nearly no hope of catching up.
Wow.
Maxi almost spins it into the barrier, but he saves it. So much chaos in just lap 2 of the race. A near spin from a McLaren in P10. These sausage curbs are more deadly than what you would expect. And out of all that chaos, we have Mercedes P1, Audi P2, and P3 with Poco just behind, along with Knee in P5, who is 1.4 seconds away from his teammate. But through all of that chaos, now the drivers are going to get access to that overtake button, and that's really going to make things more interesting. Because how much ERS do you think they would waste in order to gain track position? So it's just a 5/10 gap right now, which means Crackdev is in the range to use that overtake mode if he wishes to. He's also on a softer compound in Petra right now, but that would make it even better for his situation. At a time like this, it might just be better to be in P2 because you get to save more ERS and you get to put the leader under pressure. But these gaps are just falling apart. And I just saw Ferrari spin it right at the beginning of Sector 3. SK Champion 9 crucially spun out. And now we only have 2 Ferraris in the points range versus a double podium for Audi and a Mercedes in the lead, which is definitely not what you would want if you're a Ferrari team principal or team owner. You would probably be ripping your hair out right now if you were
Yeah.
one of them.
Yeah, but it seems like Pedro has formed a bit of a considerable gap, but Okrak is kind of gaining on him.
Oh, yeah. Actually, I don't know because compared to last lap, he's actually lost 2 tenths to Pedro, but he's on the softer compound.
Yeah. What is Pedro on? Oh, the
I don't know what
mediums.
they fed him before the race, but his pace has never looked better.
Yeah, I agree. Dungeon sets a fast
What
lap
you
for a sector two.
what you're looking at is the dude who's P3 in the AWC Drivers' Championship, Pedro 098T, in the lead by 7 tenths ahead of Crackdev, who I think is just one or two positions behind him in the AWC Drivers' Championship. And now Crackdev is no longer has access to that overtake button because he is over a second behind Pedro now. And look at Happy abusing I don't know if it's abusing, but maybe just using something for an advantage in Sector 1 because look at that 25.2 Sector 1 on race pace. Still better than qualifying Sector 1. Yeah, this pace is just phenomenal by Pedro. He's still gaining time even as his tires get older. But it looks like his time of pulling ahead of Crackdev is finally out because I see their cars phasing into each other. Crackdev even has a better exit than him outside of the S section. So this gap probably dropped to half. And it's even worse than that. It's 1.7 tenths only. And Dungeon is just half a second behind this, and he's on a hard compound. Every single person in a podium position right now is on a completely different strategy,
Yeah, all right.
which is not something you would normally see anywhere else. That's just how close this grid is. It's kind of like a baby AWC if you think about it. Not looking good for Ferrari at the moment. They're P4, P6, and P13. I'm checking in on Mercedes. They're P1. Actually, the only Mercedes on track right now is Pedro because Happy is out, so they are only getting 25 points. And
Yeah,
Ferrari would actually still get less than them. Audi is definitely going to walk away with the most points. That's for sure. They're P2 and P3. A double podium is exactly what they want. If they can even dream of overtaking Ferrari. If they want something even better, the racing gods would find a way to kick Poco and Nee out of the race in that S section.
yeah. So most of the racing here is kind of formed into gapped racing. Not gonna lie, I don't see a lot of action.
Oh, there's plenty of action on the podium right now. Crackdev and Dungeon still haven't come to an agreement on who's getting away with P2,
Let's go on
which
board.
is crazy because they're on it's soft versus hard tires, but look at that gap. It's only 3 tenths and it's probably shortened after the end of sector 1. Yeah, 2 tenths now. Actually a little less than 2 tenths, more like 1.5 tenths. Crackdev goes wider than Dungeon. You can see the slight difference in the racing line because of their compounds. It looks like Dungeon is actually going to pass Pedro. And I think I'm wrong, actually. I think he's still leading, but by barely anything now. Oh
Yeah.
no, he's actually gained 5 thousandths of a second.
Yeah,
But
low
yeah, this
key.
podium, this is still a three-way fight for the lead left unsettled.
Yeah, low key. Dungeon is hella laggy.
Yeah. Actually, kind of everyone here just is a little laggy. That's kind of just how it is with PA though.
Yeah.
Oh, I was worried for a second because I thought I just saw Nee without a front wing. No, I didn't. That isn't the case, luckily. What do we have for the podium though? Dungeon is actually ahead of Pedro by 2 tenths, but how long is he going to keep that up on that harder compound?
I don't know.
He's actually going to keep it up enough to where Krakev is about to overtake Pedro as well, making it an Audi 1-2.
You know,
Oh, but Krakev sends it really far on the outside, and that puts a delay to the overtake.
it's interesting that Dungeon went on the hard compound.
I actually like this. With the 26 cars, hard tires are getting more recognition because it's just more suitable for the 26 cars. Oh, SK Champion's running the Ferrari team. I'm surprised that he's driving them. Oh, but what happened with Krakev? All of a sudden, he's over a second behind this P1 battle, and Dungeon just hit the wall. I think what someone just hit the wall. It was Dungeon who hit the wall, and he's gonna lose out on the lead. Pedro takes it back, and Krakev is just half a second behind, and all of a sudden, he's no longer in the picture for who's leading the race. Coconado just swoops in out of nowhere and is willing to take P3 away from Dungeon. He might even be out of the podium at this rate. You can see that they're still all so fast, but they aren't immune to mistakes. And Dungeon gets his one of his first 4 track limit violations that you need for a slowdown. Which at that point, it's just bad timing. But now he doesn't have to only worry about who's ahead of him. Now he has to worry about who's behind him. Because the team he just ditched for Audi, right behind them right now with both of their cars as well.
Yeah, kind of a four-way fight for position.
It looks like just another fight for the lead, but no, it means a lot more than that if you're a Ferrari or Audi driver. This lead is getting massive now. Oh, I say that, but Dungeon is back to locking in out of nowhere, and he's just ahead of Krakev again. And Poco gets the slowdown, but he's so far ahead that he won't even lose a position. And yeah, if you look at the leaderboard, you can see that Dungeon is only leading by just a 10th. And it looks like that's going to change because he's had a... Wait, I think I'm confusing Dungeon and Krakev. But still, that gap is just 1/10 to each other, which is crazy because at this rate, I would have expected Krakev to be ahead by a good amount and then slowly start falling behind. But
Yeah.
if I had to guess how long they're going to be on the hards for, probably about 16 to 17 laps.
6.
Oh, I guess Hio is going to commentate.
Hello, hello. I am watching Dungeons on board right now.
Bro, your voice is so low. Get closer to the mic.
Yo.
Basically the same, but good enough.
Wait, what are my mic settings? There's no way.
Yo, just turn up your user volume.
Okay.
It's at the max. Bro, get closer to the mic. Nobody can hear you.
Dude, the mic's in my face.
Well, you gotta raise your voice.
Bro, I'm already speaking pretty loud.
It's not even that bad.
It's not even. It's. Bro, alright.
Okay,
Alright, if we look
slow
back
down.
at that fight, Dungeon gets a slowdown. Dungeon gets a slowdown, and Poconado's going to overtake him. Right? I'm not crazy. Dungeon actually did get a slowdown. He for sure got a slowdown.
Well,
He's screen sharing in another call right now. Yeah, I'm watching it. He was baiting.
Yeah,
for
he's so far behind now. He won't get access to the overtake button either.
I don't know.
But
because Dungeon is ahead of Poco now.
And Poco is just 5/10 away, and he gets access to that overtake mode.
Yeah.
So you already know what he's going to be doing in order to get ahead. He even has a better line into the S section than Dungeon. So it's setting the stage for Dungeon losing out on a podium position. And it looks like Pedro got a slowdown. Crucially, he lost the lead, and
Oh,
Crackdev will for the first time lead this race, and which is
damn.
exactly what you need if you're an Audi driver right now. And it looks
Wonder
like
why.
we're going to encounter our first bit of lap traffic, which I'm pretty sure is SK champion.
Yeah.
So for this race, it seems like Mercedes and Ferrari have been put on a leash by Audi.
Damn. That's crazy work, though. Oh, Crackdev goes to the
Oh, Crackdev
pits.
is pitting, but Pedro stays out, and so does Dungeon, which makes sense because they're on mediums and hards. If you already pit on these medium tires, and you're kind of just, I don't know, burning time, I guess.
Yeah, he's going to mediums now.
Maybe Pedro is trying to go for a medium softs run, maybe. It
I
just
don't
depends how
know.
much longer they stay out.
You know, a lot of these
They-
drivers are on hards.
yeah. Hards have been used a lot more often in the 26 cars than the 2025 cars. I'm pretty sure it's just because of how, how the car feels and probably differences in tire wear.
The thing is, the hard steer similar to the mediums, so there's no point going on mediums.
Yeah, and you just get to stay out for longer laps.
Yeah.
Not longer laps, but just stay out for more laps.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to take a look at who has the most track limits. I will give an award to them. And that award is going to Minor Tinko 13, who has 26 corner cuts. That's probably wrong because the leaderboard does have that little issue where it shows more corner cuts than what you actually have.
Does anyone know what happened to Happy?
It's weird because he was leading the opening lap, and then right as he starts sector 2, he just leaves his car just parked right
Oh, I
at the
think he
end of the first
disconnected.
chicane. No, he didn't disconnect. He went on to drive after just sitting still for 10 seconds. And then I guess after that, he called it quits.
Yeah. Because he's been having Wi-Fi issues all throughout the day, so I don't know. Probably lag spiked.
Maybe it doesn't help that the server region is in Finland.
Okay, yeah, that probably
Actually,
did
Finland? It's actually
Yeah,
Finland?
didn't Bushy join first? Oh, I just saw a lot of tire smoke on the exit of that Sector 2 S section, but it did not lead to a spin out, thankfully.
Coco and Dungeon are battling
Yeah.
out, but Coco's slid.
Surprisingly enough, I thought I'd be seeing uh more problems with that S section, but no, they're handling it pretty well. And I think we have a four-way fight for the lead. Well, it's not a four-way fight, it's a three-way fight, but it looks like a four-way fight because SK Champion is in the process of getting lapped by everyone in a podium position.
Yeah. We're gonna monitor that. Let's look at Dungeon. On board.
Yeah.
He's
So
behind
the stream is
Poco.
on board. I'm like watching it right now.
I mean, they're kind of like following like the line.
Oh, that's a lot of curb from Pancho. Almost spun the car around because of how much curb he took. That was a super close one. And once again, those tires are getting so old in his old ways of driving compared to the opening lap no longer apply to the current situation.
Dungeon
Because you
takes
just saw what
first,
happened.
Yeah.
He took too much curb and almost spun out. Then he almost spun out again for the same reason, right before the S section. And that's obviously going to put him away from the lead. And now we have Poco in P2, which is the highest position he's had for the entire race. With 12 laps to go, P3 is still just 0.3 away from the leader.
Coco's got the overtake mode, but now Dungeon has it as well. They're probably gonna
Yeah,
hold until
they're
the end.
just gonna pull away from everyone else. And also, if we just look away from the podium at any other point, there is a fight for P5, just Maxi against Hello there. And Zyra was actually in P4 in the McLaren. I don't know where they're at in the Constructors' Championship, but that's still good points. And that's probably the best positions they can get out of this race because if you just see who else is there, I don't think they can do any better. And now, if you look back at the leaders, Poco is less than a tenth away from Pedro. And actually, Pedro's P3 now. And now they're all getting track limit violations.
Yeah.
Dungeon is the new race leader. Poco is behind by only 300ths of a second. I have never seen a three-way fight this close before, so this is just insane. We only have 11 laps remaining, but you would think we have about 2 left. Now we have Poco leading the first time he's led this race. But that's not going to last long because Dungeon and Pedro have access to the overtake mode when he doesn't.
Dungeon didn't have overtake, but he was deploying 50
They
miles.
at least had access to it.
Huh?
Or not, because there's this vision lag issue
Yeah.
where sometimes you just don't get the overtake button. And this was also a thing all the way back in 2024 and probably older than that. It just looks like something that's lasted for a while now, but it doesn't really look like there's a proper fix to it either.
Yeah, it's server thing. So if you're too close, you actually don't get it. You have to be within 3/10 to a second.
Yeah,
At least generally.
it's like that.
And the Finnish servers are really helping Poco, who's on like 400 ping.
Yeah. All right, Dungeon passes Pedro too. Those mediums, Pedro can't be on those mediums for much longer because the hards have been used for a very long time now, and they're starting to become superior to the mediums pace-wise. And that's probably one of the reasons why he's starting to fall behind in this podium fight. SK Champion's been lapped twice, and it's only been 18 laps. That's crazy.
So what it looks, who do you think is gonna win the race?
Yeah, Poco's still leading.
Uh,
Or no,
I
Pedro
I
is.
genuinely think that the minute Pedro gets on those soft tires, he might be able to win it. But also remember that Poco and Dungeon are also on hard tires. Oh, and speaking of Dungeon, he lost his position to Pedro. But when all of these drivers pit, they're all going to be on soft tires. So after that,
Dungeon
it's
is
all
playing
about whose
smart.
pace is better.
Yeah, true. Dungeon's playing it really smart right now. He's
Yeah,
slowing down so that he can get the overtake from Pedro.
yeah, exactly. He wants it to happen. Does
Oh, he pits.
do any of them pit?
Dungeon pits.
Dungeon pits. He's going for an undercut attempt. Poconado and Pedro felt the need to stay out one lap later. But that could also be wasted potential with the soft tires because when they pit, only 7 laps will remain. And you can get on those softs for much longer.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's this undercut from Dungeon is going to decide the fate of who wins. If you look at the leaderboard right now, he's 14 seconds behind Pedro, and that gap should be small enough to where he can pass them because it's a very long pit lane here in Mexico. Probably one of the longest pit lanes in the PA calendar.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's up there with Saitama and Silverstone for longest pit lane, I bet. Oh, and Qatar
Indianapolis.
too.
Indianapolis might be the longest.
Yeah, but that pit lane exit is only
Oh yeah, sure.
half the distance of the whole pit lane. And it looks like Poco got the superior pit stop time because it looks like he's ahead by a good amount now.
Yeah, he's gonna head out
Here we
onto
go.
the soft
Dungeon
top now.
charging through, and he's going to be leading by the time Poco and Pedro exit the pit lane. That's a super important move from him as well. But it all goes to waste if he gets a slowdown. He's on 9 corner cuts right now. He has to get 3 more for a slowdown. We have 7 laps remaining, and the pressure is definitely on. But look at this. They still have to pass Kraftov if they want a shot at the win. And he's 4 seconds ahead with 7 laps to go.
Did Krakow
And he's
pit
also
early?
had 1 corner cut this entire race, just 1.
Did Krakow pit? Or what's going on?
No, he did pit. He's doing the opposite of what Dungeon did. He's going
Okay.
from softs to mediums. Dungeon went from mediums to soft.
That means that's a purple sector.
But look at that. They gain a second to Kraftov in just 1 sector. So what does that tell you about who's winning the race?
I think Dungeon's taking it home.
It looks like it. Because look at his gap between himself and Poco. It's 3 seconds.
The softs haven't started to degrade, but as the race goes on, it's just consistency.
Yeah. They're all practically on the same strategy, Poco, Pedro, and Dungeon.
Oh yeah, because they're all calling together.
Oh, they are. I didn't even see that.
Yeah, I'm in a VC with them.
I did not see that. Yeah, but I don't think Krakow's going to hold on to the lead. I do think he can maybe get away with P3 if Poco and Pedro just find a way to sell it really badly.
Ooh, Dungeon gets a slip. Almost turns out. Kind of losing a little bit of time.
He has to take these crucial corners much slower than the people right behind him, so that makes it more difficult. And now the gap is under 2 seconds with 6 laps remaining.
Dungeon's on 3 warnings.
Oh, he is?
Yep. Oh, Krakow.
Oh, Krakow crashed. He's out. He's out of the race, and only 1 Audi will be able to finish. They won't be able to pass
Damn.
Ferrari in the Constructors' Championship because Krakow is out of the race. So, no matter what happens, Ferrari will still lead.
What happened to Zyro? I thought he was racing. He just messaged me on the stage.
Maybe he crashed too, like Krakow.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. What happened to him?
He DNF'd on purpose. I don't know why he'd do that, but
Damn, well,
guess
that
so.
shouldn't
I
took
guess
the
so.
lead.
Go ahead. I mean, if you want to crash on purpose, then that's fine. I don't know why you chose to race if you were just gonna crash on purpose, though.
I mean, to be fair, they just did 27 laps in AWC earlier today, so it's the same track.
Yeah, this is basically a copy and paste of something that happened 4 hours ago.
Fair enough. The 2 cars haven't despawned.
So yeah, Krakow is still just in the middle of the track with his front left medium tire right in front of his eyesight.
Happy sets fastest lap.
That was his most wow, faster than AWC qualifying pole position. And that's only because of something they did in Sector 1.
Sector 3 is... 14.6 is doable. Dungeon's done it in practice. Ooh, Poco is closing the gap between himself and Dungeon.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's enough to actually uh take the win because it's only about 1 or 2 tenths at a
Dungeon,
time,
slow down.
and he's over 2 seconds down. But Dungeon has a slowdown, and this is even
Oh.
worse for Audi because now we have a Ferrari in the lead. Poco can get away with back-to-back wins. Either way, in Turkey, he was going to win, whether or not Cribs messed up the leaderboard. And now he's leading by just 6 tenths of a second, with Pedro right behind him on soft tires that are the same age. And Pedro gets access to the overtake button. And he's far away enough to where the overtake mode actually registers. I don't know if he's going to choose to use it, though. He does go really wide on the exit, and that's going to kill his own time. Maybe he
Oh,
can use that to erase
Dungeon
it.
spun out.
Oh my God, Dungeon. Well,
What?
his chances of a win are over.
Now it's up to
Damn,
Pedro
brother.
and Poco to see who wins.
The race win is now just in the hands of Poco and Pedro. Everyone else out of the picture. That's for sure.
Pedro's been copying my DRS strategy, so I'm hoping he wins if it works. But we've seen countless times in AWC and in other leagues that the overtake was unreliable. Ooh, Dungeon DNFs. Oh no, he spins out again.
A lot of the time, someone is on the better strategy, but they still finish worse than someone on the worst strategy because of driver error. That's also possible here.
That
Like
is
what
true.
Dungeon did, he was probably, not probably, he was going to win the race with superior strategy, but the driver error made by him just didn't make that happen.
I've never seen a match so close between those two. Pedro and Poco in top 1 and 2 is
I
insane.
didn't even know that Poco races in leagues that aren't AWC.
Who's Hyper? Hyper Blue Flag, I guess.
Yeah, and the Williams. One day Williams will do something good. Just not yet. How many rounds are left, by the way? Do we know? We have 7 rounds left for Williams to do something good. So they have time. But yeah, that gap, half a second though. Almost leading by a full second, just 1.2 tenths away. And yeah, Dungeon is just 10 seconds behind. So P3 is the best he'll get. So it's a Ferrari 1-4 and Mercedes P2. And out of both of the Audis, one will not get points and one will get 15. But this league uses the MotoGP point system, and I don't know about I don't remember the point system there. But I think P11 would still be out of points unless it's top 12. I actually think Pedro's good enough to take this lead away. He gains 3 tenths in one sector, but sector 2 is just killing him pace wise. And there's still a lot of tire smoke from Poco as well. So he's definitely abusing these tires much more than Pedro.
Pedro is purposely hanging back from what I can tell. Ooh, Dungeon
Yeah.
spins out again.
But
His
you know,
tires are gone.
oh, Poco almost spun it as well. So that's his time. Just that's a lot of time killed off. Yeah. And like you said, I think Pedro is just staying behind on purpose because he can get the overtake mode on the last lap, and Poco will not get a chance to use it against him. And he's using all of it. He's using all of his ERS right now to pass Pedro in the first and longest straight on this track. But his entry is weak, and Poco is still ahead anyway, so he has to use more of his battery to pass. He's willing to deplete all of it, but he doesn't want to yet. He's okay with sitting behind Poco But uh, how many corners are left? About 10. He can only do that for 10 more corners though, and he's just 2 tenths away. Poco goes really wide, but not enough for a track limit violation. Now it's all about the S section in sector two. Almost completely upsets the car there. Pedro is back to using his ERS. He's wasting all of it on the straight right before sector three. He better get the braking right. He does. He's actually ahead of Poco right at the beginning of sector three. He might be able to take the win away. We have one more corner to decide that. He hits the barrier, and that's a lot of lost time. Poco is going to win twice in a row, maybe. It's a drag race to the finish. He wins by less than a
Less
tenth.
than a 10.
No way. Pedro lost the race because he hit the barrier on the final corner. Yep. Make it back-to-back wins from the driver in Kuwait.
Well, it's good racing. Poco, go on stage, bro.
Bring him up here. Bring him up here.
Oh, jeez, bro.
Poconaldo, how does it feel to actually win
Yeah,
something?
in the last two laps, sector three, I almost bottled it twice. I got a bump in sector three, and then he just caught up to me. Otherwise, it would have been like comfortable last lap. But I got stressed in the last lap.
Is this a record for closest finish? Is it close to the record here?
I think, yeah. Back-to-back wins, bro. I'll take it.
Yeah. He won last week, and that race was rigged for Zyro. And he wins again here when the victory was definitely meant for Dungeon. So,
Yeah, I think
basically,
if Dungeon got the penalty, I think I would have won.
yeah.
If, like, even with the penalty Dungeon got, I think I would have won. If he didn't get the penalty, it would have been him. And it would have just been a fight for P2.
Poco, did you not see his shared screen? We were all in VC, bro. He spun out 8 times.
I know. I don't know what he did. He got a penalty, and I just don't know what he did at the end.
He pit too early, bro.
He pitted like a lap earlier than me.
Yeah.
It's like the same in AWC.
No, you guys did lap 19. You pitted lap 7. He pitted lap 16 here, or 17.
No, he pitted like a lap earlier than me.
Yeah. You pitted lap 18. You pitted on 17.
See, in like season 5, I won Mexico, and this season I won Mexico.
Well, are you gonna say it's your playground?
Yeah, it's my playground.
Hi, bro.
Now we know
Bro.
that Poco is a merchant on 2 tracks, Turkey and Mexico.
Damn.
Yeah. It's not gonna be good in Miami though.
Is that
See,
what's
but-
next, Miami?
Yeah, Miami's one of my worst.
What's up next? What's up next is Vegas,
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
which is
I'm
pure
not.
content farming.
I'm decent in Vegas. I'm decent.
Yeah, Vegas
Yeah.
is the easiest.
You can, knowing this grid, you can still probably get a P7 at if you just don't crash.
No, I had like the
Nia
old world
didn't
record
have
in
OT
26.
This race. Nia didn't get overtake.
I mean,
Yeah.
look, I had the old world record on Vegas, and when I raced here, I finished P4. So I think I'm aiming for a podium next race. A podium should be the goal. But also set
Definitely
here,
possible.
Look, I just want to say you got so lucky at the end. Pedro hit the wall. He hit the barrier.
dude. I got a bump in sector 3, and that's why he caught up to me.
No, but he was
Twice
hanging
in a
back,
row.
bro. He had OT mode. He was trying to farm. It's because that's
I
what
was
did
also
to
hanging
him.
back.
That's
It
what
was
I did
harder
to
for
him.
me to.
I did that to him in DRS, and he fucking got mad at me.
Dude, I was. It was harder for me to be able to keep the lead. He had overtake on me last lap.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. I guess, bro.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, he only used it on 2 of the 3 straights, probably because he used so much in the first straight that he just had to save.
Oh yeah, I was trying to be smart with it. I didn't use a lot on the first straight, and then I just because I knew he was going to deploy a lot. So I just started deploying everywhere else because I knew he won't have any battery.
Yeah, just have him waste all of his batteries so you can waste all of yours later.
Yo.
Oh, what was that?
Yeah,
My
exactly.
bad.
Happened?
It was
What just happened?
Poco,
easy win.
Poco, draw VC.
Another server.
Alright, I'm gonna hop off now.
Alright, thank you guys for joining us on this VBS
Which-
broadcast. We hope you have an amazing day. Goodbye.
Which server? Ohio.